One of the worst things I feel like that can happen is you be vulnerable with someone and then they take that vulnerability and they throw it back in your face. But this vulnerability, me being vulnerable, is me trying to talk to you, let you know, let you in, not let you know, let you in, but for you to take that, what I let you in and throw it back at me, I feel like that's why a lot of black men don't really express themselves fully all the way.
So I'm gonna be a little bit of a devil's advocate here. So once upon a time, someone was vulnerable with me first.
Right.
And then used that as a tactic for me to open up. And then used my vulnerability to their advantage.
That's some conniving shit. In my opinion, that's a form of
It's abuse.
Yes. That's mental abuse.
Man, these lyrics go in, though. Yeah. Put me up. Some straight bars.
Yo, this thing on? Can y'all hear me? Hey, welcome back to Bar to Bar, where we bring bars from your favorite songs to the bar and we discuss. I'm your host, Will.
And I'm your host, Nick.
How you feeling?
Feeling good. Feeling good. I need to get fucked up, bro. I do. I can't, though, because I have so much to do still. But I need to get fucked up.
You know what?
I just want to let my hair down and just kind of like breathe
Just
without,
a little bit.
Because even when I go out, like I can't let myself go because I still got shit to do. Like,
right.
Shit that I need to be cognitively aware.
Yeah. So, you get wine drunk, can't you?
That's
not
worse,
bad.
though.
That's worse. It is?
Well, the hangover is trash.
Oh, wow. I've never been wine drunk before, so I don't know.
Don't recommend it. 0 out of 10.
0 out of 10. Okay. Well, that's
I was gonna bring wine to the bar though.
We could do that one day. Let's be exquisite. Drink wine in our plastic cups.
Exquisite.
And just sip.
Not exquisite with Moscato, bitch.
Moscato, some red wine, whatever you want.
I don't drink Moscato no more. I drink Riesling. That's my shit.
Oh yeah, that's good too. I've had that.
But now it's basic because all the little ratchet hoes know what it is.
It's okay. Hey, fuck them hoes, goddamn, you feel me?
Yeah, but that's what I like.
Okay.
All right, what song we got today, man? What we doing?
Yo, we got a. I guess you can. Not I guess you can call him an ATL legend. You know what I'm saying? Started off with "It Ain't Nothing to Cut This Bitch Off." Y'all know that song. So what you saying, ho? You know I'm the man, ho. Yeah.
Snip, ho.
But yeah, we doing the song today. It's by K Camp.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Sirski. And the name of the song is "Why Do I Always Do This to Myself?" Flaws included.
I'm about to say you didn't put the.
I got
sir,
you.
I'm gonna need you to know.
I got you right now. I got you right this.
I'm gonna need you to know the name of these songs, honey.
Man, shout out K Camp, man. But yeah, that's a song we're doing today. So you know what? We here. Let's go ahead and get into it. We're gonna start off with checking some ID.
Okay.
So what year
what
did this song? Because I know you ain't got no connection to this one. I know you don't.
Listen, but when I was listening to the record, when I looked at the
Look, y'all remember the video of a dude was asked a math question or asked something, and then the math sign start popping up and going up and shit. That's what it be like when she be doing this shit right here. The math sign start popping up, and
I don't think I'm gonna get it right though.
And then out of nowhere it's like a ding.
I don't think I'm gonna get it right. I genuinely don't. Only because I feel like, okay, so when I was looking on Spotify, you know how they'll do the artwork.
Mm-hmm.
He had his dreads are longer.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gotta be more recent than it was old.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the caveat. I don't know how long his hair has been that long though. And are they longer now? You know what I mean? So I don't pay attention to niggas' hair growth for real. I just know it's short and long.
Yeah.
And longer. Right now it's giving, what it's been
long.
A little bit. Yeah, long, but
Yeah, not the long.
So I'm just going off the dreads right now.
Okay. So what year we going?
And also the musicality and his growth. So I'm going to say it's definitely in the 20s.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say 2022.
Yes, she got it wrong.
I got it wrong?
Yeah, she got it wrong.
What was it? 2020?
21.
21.
You was right there, though. You was right there. And
Okay.
I'll tell you one thing. The only times that you have gotten it wrong out of the many times that we've done this, you've only been off every single time.
By a year.
By 1 year. 1 year.
Yeah.
Every single time. So you're there. You're pretty good. You're
pour
pretty
up
good.
The shot. Let's pour up the shot.
Split half.
I'm doing a drink again, y'all. Oh shit! Did I put too much?
No, give me the rest of that.
Oh yeah, perfect.
There we go. All right, so now that we got that part out the way, this song musically, where does it work? Future, now, obviously, and then previous. Do you know what I'm saying?
Honestly, yeah, this song can definitely go on like his other albums. I do think that. I think all the albums he's put out thus far, maybe apart from maybe the first one, probably. I think it fits. This is the classic K Camp style, though.
Yeah.
When you hear it, you know who this is. There's no like, is this Migos? Is this Rich Homie?
You know exactly who this is.
Yeah, I just think it's classic K Camp style, and I think that's a great attribute to have as an artist. When someone hears your style and knows like this,
you know who this is.
This is such and such's lane.
Absolutely, absolutely. I agree with you. Now, when this song actually reminds me of his album that he had dropped in 2020, called Kiss 5.
Okay, yeah.
That one, man, I used to listen to that. So I would listen to that album, and I still do to this day. Listen to that album from one all the way to the end. No skips, none, absolutely none.
Yeah,
that album is.
Yeah, I think it's dope when you have a lane, and you can always pivot always. But I think it's dope. A lot of artists, struggle with that.
Yes,
and he's definitely found that, and it's his sound. That used to be my issue with Tory Lanez for a long time. Don't get me wrong, Tory Lanez is talented. Tory Lanez, there's a lot of. We're not getting into the controversial side of it.
We're gonna leave that alone.
Just music wise, like Tory Lanez. It used to bother me so much because he has records where he sounds like Drake. He has records where he sounds like Andre 3000. He has records where he sounds like so many different artists. And I used to always be like, yeah, these records are dope, but who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
I don't know who you are. Like, this doesn't sound like you. You know what I mean?
I get what you're saying. I
used to hate that. I think now, well, as he's grown, you hear more of
Tory.
Yeah, what Tory Lanez sounds like, his sound.
Yeah.
But if you listen to his old shit, he didn't know where he was going. I was like, nigga, are you a ghostwriter or are you an artist? Because as a ghostwriter, you can give these niggas this shit and it'll go.
And fire.
So yeah, I think that's fire.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna go forward. Now that we check the ID, we know the age.
Yeah.
What you pouring?
Ooh, I didn't think about this when I was listening to the record. Shit.
You want me to go?
Yeah, you go first.
I think for this one, I like Wine for this one. It's just a real chill song, and like a dark wine, of course. It's a chill song, but it's I think it's not necessarily a positive, but it's not a negative song either. You know what I'm saying? It's in between, but he's just speaking on who he is. I think he's being vulnerable in this song, and I think that's a good thing. Some songs, you want to be vulnerable. You want to put yourself out there.
You know what I'm thinking? This might go against the grain, but this is giving me Hendrix.
I have never had Hendrix. I've had it mixed in a drink, but I've never had Hendrix itself.
Oh, but you don't like gin. Exactly. This is giving me Hendrix not because of I don't like the taste, but it's giving me Hendrix because it's like flaws and all. Like flaws included, accept me. Like I'm gonna get you fucked up like the other one do. You gotta accept me with these flaws and all. Like you can mix me up and I could taste great.
Or you could just take me as I am.
Right? But the flaws included is the straight up.
Yo, give me 2 times. 1, 2. God damn it. You just did that.
So I kind of feel like this is Hendrix on that tip.
The way
normally you'll probably get Hendrix in a drink because you like it as a good refreshing cocktail.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you also gotta accept me as a shot.
I'm telling you right now, the way that you just put that and how you just mixed that and worded that.
Thank you.
Bars. And a couple of weeks ago, you added this sound effects to that.
Oh yeah, I did. I found it.
Fire. I'm telling you, that was fire. That was fire. You did the edit, but I'm talking about the bar that what you just said and how you just mixed it. I give it that because that shit was hit. That was good.
Cool.
All right, so we go ahead and jump into the lyrics then. Now that we gotten through the first 2 segments.
Yep, let's go bar to bar.
Bar to bar. All right, so starts the song. Take me as I am, flaws included.
Yeah,
simple. For me, with that, nobody is perfect. Everybody has flaws, and if you think you're perfect, that's your flaw. You think that you're perfect because nobody's perfect.
But
It's a matter of if you're willing to accept those flaws or not.
Do you think more people have an issue with perfectionism than not?
Yes, I think more people. Well, perfection. Hold on. Let me make sure I got the correct definition of perfectionism. Them wanting to be perfect so badly, is that, or just
Or
being as
perfect at
close to
what they,
perfect, or you know. So yes, I do think that, and I think that that's very fucking stressful.
You want to know something though that I've learned about it, and it goes to procrastination too.
Yes.
Believe it or not.
Go ahead.
This is how obsessed a lot of us are with like the idea of perfection,
Mm-hmm.
even though we know it's unattainable. But even when you procrastinate, do you know that a lot of the times it's because you have a fear of it not turning out correctly?
Great.
So you're just like, let me hold on. Do this right quick.
Yeah.
Let me do this right.
Yeah.
You find a way to get distracted.
Yeah.
And procrastinate because you know it's a great idea. You know that, you know, it has the potential to be great. But what if you miss the mark?
Right.
What if it missed it itself, or something else makes it miss the mark?
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. I agree with you on that 110%. And with that being said, it's just like, don't you feel like when you procrastinate and then you finally do it, you have some of your best work?
But that's the poison of
I know it's the poison. I get that.
I mean, here's the thing.
But don't you feel like some of your best work comes out of that procrastination?
Yes and no. Yes and no. I'm not gonna hold you because I don't like how it feels. Here's the thing. I seen a meme or something on Instagram that said the reason why I procrastinate is because I know it's gonna get done. And that's what I'll do. You know how many times I've edited for the pod, like, oh, I'm tired. I don't want to do it today. I should do it today to give myself more time, but the shit gonna get done. So, you know,
I've said that so many times about
because I know for a fact we're not missing a Wednesday. Like it's not
happening.
It's
Absolutely
gonna
not.
get done.
It's exactly.
But will it get done
with
today?
pressure right. or
without?
With ease.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
So that's what that is. There's another one where I commented on this person's post, and I probably have like 300 or 400 or 500 likes now. I'm always getting likes, but I commented on my page because I found it on my page, and I said no. It was like a person. He did a video, like a reel, where he was like, "How I feel when I cross one thing off of my list that I thought that I was procrastinating to do, but really it literally took like 5 minutes to do." You ever procrastinate to do something and it took like 5 minutes?
There's a lot of things that you can procrastinate to do, like a phone call to the banker or to the insurance company, and you think you about to be on the phone for a whole hour.
Oh my God. And it's like 5
and it
seconds.
Really turns into,
or you could just do it online.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, fuck it.
Yeah, perfectionism is a thing. And I think flaws, for, just to bring that bar back in there, like flaws are just inevitable. And I think if I per se just stop thinking that it needs to be this perfect, like not too long ago, like last week, a huge wrench got thrown in my fucking plans for what I had going on. And it made it so that the weeks coming after that, I was unable to like add anything more onto my list of all that needs to get done. And literally everything would have to fly perfectly for me to get everything done. There couldn't be no more wrenches thrown because the wrench was so huge. I was like, fam, like
you had no room for error at all.
And I hated that, but
did it work out? Okay.
Does it ever fucking work? Yeah, it works out. It always works out.
It does.
In the end. It may not have worked out exactly how I wanted to, but
yeah,
it worked out.
Okay. All right, so the next bar guy is, what do you see when you think of me? So do you ever wonder what somebody sees when they either think of you or look at you? And I'm not talking about somebody that you know is going to tell you something positive. I'm talking about a random person that you might have just met and they don't know a lick about you, but what do you see when you look at me?
I don't think I care about a random's idea.
Okay.
I am a people pleaser, so I think I'm more concerned with what the people around me think.
Okay.
I don't think I really care for randoms. Because if I'm just out, I don't care. But because I've actually had this motto in my mind since I was young. I don't know how young, but I always used to say, like, I'll never see this person again ever in my life. So it's always been easy for me to be around randoms and do something embarrassing or stupid or whatever. I'm like, it doesn't matter. I'll never see this person ever again.
Yeah, they might laugh real quick.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, if it's something
I don't
funny,
even
you
care
could
if they-
laugh with it too.
I don't care if they remember it either. It's just
Yeah.
like, but I'll never see you again.
Right. I
So
don't give a fuck.
I can forget this.
Okay.
But with people who know you, it's always a chance to bring up bring up criticism, bring up embarrassing moments, bring up some, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like, even when I post like my progress pictures, sometimes, I have issues with bloating, and it's even with all the weight that I've lost, it's still a thing for me.
Right.
And sometimes I think like, yo, if someone I know, anybody I know, if they see me in person and they're like, yeah, you don't really look like what you posted yesterday. So, what we doing now? But the thing is, like, I bloat.
It happens.
Yeah, I have to drink a lot of fucking water,
Right.
and do a lot other things. But stretching helps, yoga stretches and stuff. But anyways, like I'm more concerned. Like, what do you think when you? Yeah, it's a bad habit. Though.
What do you think from somebody that's more on a personable?
Yeah,
that personally. More so.
It's a bad habit. I don't recommend it. 0 out of 10.
Right.
Sure.
Right.
What about you?
But you don't give a fuck about the random.
No.
I used to care a lot. I'm not saying I don't care anymore, but I used to care a lot. Like my self-confidence and my just, like for instance, going to a club or a lounge or something like that, I would be one of those people that would just stand up and post up against the wall. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna bob my head. I might move and jig a little bit, but that's just about it.
Oh my God.
But now, if you catch me in wherever, I'm standing on the couch. I'm throwing a middle finger.
That nigga.
What?
You on the couch?
Man,
I hate couch, no. But when do you stand on a couch though? Because I hate people who walk. When I used to be a bottle girl, I would hate when people walk into the club and they start directly and stand on furniture. Like, sir, no. Can I at least?
No, so okay. When I first get in bed, it depends on how many people we got with us. If we got a lot of people with us to make room seating wise,
I'm
gonna stand up to get up there and then sit down on the top part. You know what I'm saying? They got that top part. But if we first get in there and it's not no need for us to stand on the couch, I'm not standing on that motherfucker yet. I might still stand up.
Yeah, and you could still sit on the higher part.
Yeah, still on the higher part. That's what I'm saying. But yeah, I'm not standing on there right away.
But have you seen that? Like when people they walk in, just got their wristband, and they walk straight to stand, not just stand and
sit. They ready to turn up. I can't be
stand
mad
on the furniture.
I can't be mad when they ready to turn up.
I don't like that. I kind of feel like, do you have any etiquette? Like, I can excuse you standing and acting stupid on furniture because liquor is involved.
Nah, some people don't need that liquor courage.
Or they've got it before pregame.
That too.
But my thing is just like,
it all depends on what song too. Because you know what I'm saying, if I walk in the club and Dreams and Nightmares is on.
But you know what? I might be biased because I was a bottle girl, and so like for sure, how did we even get here? What was the bar?
Yo, let's keep going. We can go on.
Now I'm getting triggered. Like, no, don't take me back. I don't want to go back to the strip club, Stevie. Don't take me back to the strip club.
We can move on, man, because we can go on and on about the nightlife, bro. For real. The next bar I got is, you know my heart is pure. You know my heart is pure. But my question is, can your heart be pure but you still be bad for someone? Oh. Is that a thing?
Oh, yeah. Your heart is pure, but you're still bad for someone? Can you
still be bad for someone?
Oh, yeah, because your frequencies can be different. I was thinking opposite. Yeah, your frequencies are on different...
so you can have a pure...
You're aligned with different frequencies.
Yeah. So it's just, y'all don't have the same...
Sometimes you don't have the same value, not on the same page.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Because I legit was asking that question from my own, like, I didn't know either. I was like, can that be the case? So I feel like that was a good question for us to ask. So
ask the question again. Can
your heart be pure so you have a great heart, great person,
but you're bad for someone.
But you're still bad for someone.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily that you're bad for them, like you're gonna fuck their life up. But it's just that y'all don't mesh. And that's okay. You tried the
But do you
relationship.
think the opposite? Because I feel like I was hearing the opposite.
The opposite
first.
what? The opposite.
So the opposite of that would be, can you be bad for someone but still have a pure heart? That's what I heard when you first asked it.
Yeah, that's the same thing.
Can you have a?
Can you?
No. Can you have a? Oh no. Oh shit! It is basically the same thing.
Yeah, that's the same thing.
Not me being slow.
No, you're not. It's okay.
Okay. Yeah. But yeah, you could definitely. Yeah.
You can. Now that you put it that way, I think that you can as well. You can have great intentions with whatever it is that you're going into, whatever you're going into, relationship, friendship, whatever.
Well, let me ask you: have you been in that situation where you had a pure heart, but you were bad for somebody? And you know what? Actually, I'm looking at it more so like not even that you're on this different pages. It's just I have a pure heart, but I am toxic. Can you have a pure heart and be toxic?
That's a better question.
Yeah, I think maybe that's what I was hearing.
Yeah, that's what you heard.
Because when I reversed it, it was the same shit.
You trying to say that swerve?
But can you have a pure heart but still be toxic for someone?
Yes.
So someone could be allergic to apples, but that doesn't mean apples aren't nutritious. But apples are toxic for that person. And
you know what? There are people, like I had this one friend that was allergic to citrus.
Right.
Allergic to it, but it was a minor allergy. He knew like hell he was not citrus, it was pineapples. He knew like hell he was allergic to pineapples. But his ass would eat the goddamn pineapples anyways. And then because he was like, man, this shit's so good. But then after he eat the pineapple, this is what he would do. This is what he do. He eat the pineapple, right? And then he'll sit there scratching his throat. I'd be like, nigga, why did you eat the pineapple? Bro, this shit's so good. You whole get your country.
But it's toxic.
But that's what I'm saying. It's good for you. Pineapples are good for you, but yet for him,
pure intention.
It's toxic.
Well, that can happen for people too, because then when you put the metaphor back to humans, you still gonna be scratching and doing all that with your throat.
Yeah, you're right. Humanly wise, yes. Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
All right. So the next one I got is feeling like your toughest soldier. I need love. Do you mind if I hold you closer? So this one I'm gonna get a little deep into it. And I'm gonna say this. The reason I say this is because for men, often, especially black men, we hold back expressing how we feel, hold back in fear of those expressions being used against us. One of the worst things I feel like that can happen is you be vulnerable with someone, and then they take that vulnerability and they throw it back in your face. But this vulnerability, me being vulnerable, is me trying to talk to you, let you in, but for you to take that, what I let you in, and throw it back at me. I feel like that's why a lot of black men, one of the reasons, not the only reason, one of the reasons that a lot of black men, and some men in general maybe, don't really express themselves fully all the way to another person that is not a professional counselor. But then a lot of black men don't like counseling either, so that's another story.
So I'm gonna be a little bit of a devil's advocate here, kinda. I don't know by the end of it if I'll be devil's advocate or not. But listen, so once upon a time, that somebody had been vulnerable, allegedly. I mean, in the moment, I'll just say it. Someone was vulnerable with me first,
right,
and then used that as a tactic for me to open up, and then used my vulnerability to their advantage.
That's some conniving shit. That's crazy. And when I said that, I mean, I did speak on just men.
But you don't even think about that aspect.
You don't think about that.
So that's another reason why
people are sneaky.
With guys, I feel like that's more of something like a woman would do. Only because I feel like women are smart enough to think on that level.
Yes.
This guy, I feel, this was a guy who did it. This guy, I feel, was probably surrounded by narcissists, because this is a narcissist type move.
And he's done it before.
Oh, for sure. And so when you were saying that, like, this is why men don't necessarily typically want to open up, I mean, I can only imagine how many more women do that more than a guy would. Guys do it too, but I just kind of feel like guys are kind of, I don't know, y'all not stupid, but y'all stupid. And
no, hold on. You're right. We're not stupid, but we are stupid.
Yeah, y'all not stupid, but y'all dumb sometimes.
And we make some dumbass mistakes.
Yeah. Women are just a little bit more clever. And I just kind of feel like I did not expect him
to be that clever.
Nah.
And you know what? Sometimes it could be the looks. It could be the way that they talk. It could be some things that might be like, this nigga would never do some stupid shit. No, some smart. Not even gonna say stupid shit. Some smart shit like that.
But it's smart, but it's also toxic.
It is. No, it's very toxic.
So is it pure and toxic?
I don't think it's not. I don't think it's pure when you have toxic motives behind that. Absolutely. Thank you for the word.
But going back to what you said, it's just I do understand why not even just men, people don't open up, because you got to think about it. You know how long it's taken for me to. I mean, I'm still not fully there. You know what I mean?
I understand.
I'm still not fully there. I mean, you see, that's some Lifetime movie shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you could really make a movie out of that, depending on how far that shit went.
They've made them. It's just you don't expect
it to happen to you. I know.
Not with these. Not. Yeah. It's a lot. It's just something I don't really talk about, and I don't want to go into further detail. But
no need.
It was wild because anytime I hear men say, or people in general, just say the statement that you said, where a lot of men just don't get vulnerable, which is absolutely true.
Right.
I just kind of feel like, yeah, and a lot of these women don't either, because it's crazy how men don't get vulnerable, but
they'll take that vulnerability.
They'll say theirs.
They'll take their vulnerability, say it, just to get you to be vulnerable, just to then turn around and use it. But that's that. In my opinion, that's a form of
that's abuse.
Yes, that's mental abuse. That is definitely mental abuse, because now you're using that, because it goes from that to it's a rabbit hole. It goes from that to then now I'm trying to get you to leave everybody else on so you can just focus on me.
Yeah. And what's wild about that situation for me is, even though they were vulnerable first, it still took me time.
Mm-hmm.
So they still did some more coaxing to like get me to
open up.
It wasn't like, oh, he opened up, so I'll open up. Boom. It still took time.
It was a lot of knocking until you was finally like, okay, I'm gonna crack the door. And then when you crack that door, he tried to kick that bitch open.
Yeah. So
I get it.
Yeah, don't do that, guys. That's not fun.
That's not cool at all. Agreed. So the next lyric I got, it goes, learn that game from Hova. Yeah, I'm going exec. I fell in love with the vision. Mm-hmm. So the reason I bring that one up is one of our previous episodes, to be exact, the episode was All the Stars.
Okay.
It's
your new favorite.
Right. My new favorite episode, because that shit was fire.
Yeah,
I swear. You ain't seen it, go back and watch it. All right?
After you listening to this one.
Right. Yeah. Keep listening to this one. Yeah, please. Hey, don't stop now. But seeing the vision first, falling in love with that vision, and then dreaming about that vision and watching those stars just align, reaching out and grabbing those stars and following and reaching your goals. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And you
feel like you're in line?
I feel like it's lining up.
Did I ask you that before?
I don't think you asked me.
It doesn't matter.
That
was a different time.
I feel like it's lining up. I definitely feel like it's lining up, and I feel like things are going in the right direction, because at one point I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I feel like I was everywhere. I feel A, B, C all over. But now I feel like, especially, and one of the main things I feel like is lining up is especially this damn podcast.
Oh my God,
love this thing. I love doing this. I love doing this. But it's the consistency for us.
Yeah.
It's the consistency.
Sometimes I think, I don't mean to cut you off, but sometimes I'm like, is Will still having fun? Like
I am. Last week's episode was episode 27. The week before that was 26. That was 26. I think, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
Look, the fact that we can't even keep up is dope.
Right. And the point I'm bringing with that, the point that I'm making with that is just the consistency.
Yeah.
We started off with a vision back in, and we've said this in multiple episodes. We started off with a vision back in October 2022. And then we started moving. The dreams and stars started to align in November. And the rest is just stars aligning, history being made, by us.
I agree with that. And when you were saying like at first you didn't know where you were going and stuff, literally the other day I was talking to God and I was just like, yo, this is crazy how much like I feel so good in my skin. I had just finished working out and I like was breathing, catching my breath after cardio. And I was like, yo, it's wild because when I was pursuing music and other endeavors, it always felt after I released my EP in 2014, I felt like I was shooting in the dark. It literally felt like the room was dark. I had blindfolds on, glasses, like blacked out shades. And so every time I shot, I don't know where the target is because I'm shooting in the dark, like literally. That's how it was. And every time I would take something off, like, oh, maybe I shouldn't do that. And but I didn't know if that's what I shouldn't do. But the reason why I bring that up is because I'm like, well, how do I know I'm doing something right now? The feeling is 1000% different. With the pod and all my other goals, with media and editing and all this stuff, the rooms I'm in, everything's so different now.
Absolutely.
It doesn't feel like I'm shooting blanks. It doesn't feel like I'm shooting in the dark. But I'm now even more thankful for the dark, like shooting in the dark.
Times, the dark shots.
Because without that, I wouldn't know if I was on the right track right now.
Boom.
Because I wouldn't know if this felt right.
Boom.
Like, yeah, it feels right, but I know in contrast to what didn't feel right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And even though all the stuff I did before, I'm still thankful, but it's just like, I knew, and you know what? I did get to a point where I knew I was in the dark. Because it got to a point where I would release music and release singles, and I'm like, but what the fuck am I doing though? Like, yeah, I can release a song, but why is it's not doing anything?
Right.
I'm not doing, and I don't have a team, or even if I don't have a team, it just felt like the vision wasn't aligning. Like, what are we doing? Yeah, I have the big picture, but what are the steps?
Absolutely.
And I just couldn't figure out the steps. This podcast, this year
itself
allowed me to get my ducks in a row. And like I told you on the famous episode with Ty Dolla $ign, I'm literally running side by side with the dream. And sometimes it punches me in the face or I get kicked down, but
you
it's
trip,
okay.
right? You trip. But that's the beautiful thing about it, especially when it becomes, you reach that dream and you become successful to where you get.
Yeah.
You look at that and you're like, shit, I just hit all these potholes, hit all these U-turns and shit. Now look at me.
Yeah, even at the end of the song, I think is it his mom speaking? Yeah, it's his mom speaking, and she's just like, yo, I'm like super proud of you. What do you mean? Like, you beat the odds. And it's just like, I feel that in a sense, like I'm definitely not exactly where I want to be, but just running alongside the vision. One thing I never say anymore is I'm chasing my dream. I don't chase shit. I'm telling, like, bro, just the thought of chasing, you'll be surprised how powerful even small things like, you know, a saying is. I don't chase them. I'm running alongside with it.
And it's a marathon, like Nipsey Hussle, the great Nipsey Hussle said. It's definitely a marathon. So the next lyric I got, don't get exposed. I've been through hell and I'm proud of it. Going through hell, I put that in quotations because, I mean, or whatever, you know, type of trauma.
Hell and our hell are different.
Yeah, we all have different hells.
Yeah, it's all subjective.
Right. And making it and being able to look back at that hell that you went through is a different type of relief.
Oh yeah.
It's a different type of relief, especially and then if you're able to speak on it and give advice about it or help someone get through the similar hell that you went through, that's a different type of relief.
Okay, so what's the hell that you've been through that you felt relief after?
That's easy. Divorce.
Oh, okay.
I went through depression. I went through anxiety. Man,
really?
That shit was bad.
How long were you married for? I can't remember.
4 years.
4 years. Okay.
Yeah.
That's enough time.
Yeah, 4 years. Depression. I've never been depressed before. I didn't know what depression felt like. I've only seen it, and I was just like, man, I would never be depressed. I always said, I'd never be depressed. I would never let myself get to that point.
Yeah.
And I got there. Hit what I felt like was rock fucking bottom. And it took everything in me to do the little things that I would do on a normal basis to continue doing that or to start back doing it. That shit was not easy. Depression is real.
Things, though?
Going to the gym.
Okay.
I could first off, no. I even tell you, I love food. Y'all look at me. I love food, y'all. I love to eat. I went a few days without eating.
Yeah, that's when you know you're depressed.
I couldn't eat, and if I did eat, I was throwing it up. Not because I didn't force myself. No, I'm not that. No, it would not stay down because of the depression and the anxiety.
You know what happened to me when I was depressed?
What?
Opposite. I don't throw up, y'all. Like, I hate throwing up. The thought of it makes me sick. I want to throw. I just hate it. I just hate it. I hate it.
Yeah.
So for me, what happened was I missed my cycle, and I'm one of those girls who are regular since June 10th, 2000, when I first got my cycle.
The exact date.
I'll never forget that fucking day. But since that day, I've always been regular. Never, ever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Always been regular. Never missed it. I was depressed, and it was a December, I remember, and I didn't get it. I didn't get my cycle. And I was really, really fucking broken, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And that was scary.
You thought you was pregnant.
Well, yeah, because who the fuck wants to be pregnant
and depressed?
But here's the thing about our bodies. When I missed it because my body was so stressed. It was so stressed out that it was like, you're not, I'm not going to deem you, I'm not going to clear you to bring life into the world.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically what my body said to me. Bitch, get your shit together, because even if you want to get pregnant, I can't let you do that because we're not healthy enough.
Mm-hmm.
We're not healthy enough for that bitch.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. The human body obviously it knows you because it is you, but the fact that your body knew not to let you have that so that you can get right, and then that's crazy.
So the hell I went through was because I remember being afraid to take a pregnancy test.
Mm-hmm.
Because who the fuck wants to, you know what I'm saying?
Who wants to find out?
I can't even handle this news right now.
Like, in that mental capacity. Yeah.
It was a lot. So the relief after that was, it was definitely heaven, not hell.
Yeah. All right. The next bar I got is I'm that nigga. Fuck being modest. These bars are simple. They are the ones that I'm bringing up, but I say that because I agree with K Camp. Fuck being modest. I'm a rep Bar to Bar podcast. Like that shit tatted on me. Like you know what I'm saying? For real. Like, fuck being modest. We got one of the best podcasts in the world. I feel like we might not be recognized for it yet, but we will be. You know what I'm saying?
And the show's gonna grow. We're gonna do better. You know what's crazy? Working at the bar, I remember like feeling. Working at the bar, I just remember feeling like, damn, am I talking about it too much? Like, are people like my coworkers who walk by, But it's definitely that feeling like, fuck how you feel. I don't give a like, bro, I'm doing me. You ever like have something? Oh man, artists do this a lot, especially I'm not gonna say like, I don't know the scale of larger artists, but like I'll say artists who are like still trying to break it into the industry.
Mm-hmm.
And Tyler the Creator touched on this,
mm-hmm.
and I loved what he said. But basically, we'll release something, we'll put something out, we'll put music out, put an album out, whatever, and we'll basically only post it a few times because one, we don't want to get on everybody's nerves. Two, they're not really engaging with it. It's getting embarrassing. It's like, okay, sis, nobody cares. It feels like you're performing for nobody.
Yeah.
So what's the point?
Right.
But Tyler the Creator said something so dope, and I'm paraphrasing, but he was just like, keep posting that shit. Like, and then I seen another post that was like, that's it in a nutshell. But he was like, keep posting that shit. Yeah. And then another thing, which kind of goes with what he said, was basically like, you've taken the time to create something and express yourselves, and you're literally diminishing the value of it to just one post or a few posts,
because we're worried about what
and then it disappears. Like, no, like put your old shit up. Put all the other stuff that you had up. Like,
agreed.
Go back and do things. That's why I repurpose some of my covers and stuff. I'll repost them because I'm like, yo, they did good, but let's do it again.
Yeah, for people that wasn't following you before, people that didn't know, that might not have paid attention.
Brenda hit me up one time. I had posted me singing, and she DM'd me, and she was like, "What the fuck? Like, you're crazy talented."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Yeah, fuck all of that. Fuck that.
Fuck the
Here's the
modest
thing.
shit.
None of this shit, we don't know why we're here. None of this shit fucking matters. And if it does matter, we don't know why it matters. So you might as well just do the shit that you want to fucking do.
And this is not no cocky shit. This is just confidence. This is just us talking our shit, popping our shit.
Imagine
and if you was confident about some shit that you're doing, whether it be you doing hair, you working out, you doing nails, music, bartending, whatever the fuck, you gonna pop your shit about the shit that you know you good at.
Yeah. I'm so much more comfortable in my skin these days, especially like what I love is I can't wait for people to ask me like, oh, what do you do? Or what else do you do?
What else do you do?
I'll be so like, well, I have a podcast. I'm also a podcast producer. I'm also a professional video actor. Like, I love it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Yo, when you're aware and you start...
Pop your shit, Nick Tracy. Yeah. Fuck yeah, man. Hell yeah, man. Let me take this one here.
You want to do something else?
I didn't take this
you
one.
didn't take the whole thing?
I didn't take that.
Cheers to Papa shit. Ayy.
The next bar I got is, I know I'm misunderstood. Even when days I be wrong, I know you still love me. I just be sending these blessings up. Hope they come down. I pray they don't judge me. Judging. I can't judge nobody. Who are we to judge anybody? Only God can judge. Excuse my stomach. Only God can judge.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody on this earth is perfect. I've said that before. I'll say it again. I'll say it till when I'm on my deathbed. Nobody on this earth is perfect. But if you believe in God or whoever you believe in, whatever you so feel, God hears you.
Okay, Preacher Will. When is I got a question for you.
What's up?
Not even when is the last time you judged? What did you judge yesterday? Mm-hmm. But you're thinking the grand scheme of things. We judge every single day. What did you judge yesterday?
Shit. God damn it, I don't know.
But we judge every single day. So that
in a sense, we do judge every day. But I mean, if I had to pick something, people's sorry ass driving in Atlanta, I'm judging actually, you're right. I judge all of you sorry motherfuckers.
See?
I do.
I think what I don't like about the term...
You niggas can't drive. Sorry.
I think women in Atlanta really can't drive, including me.
Damn, man. Okay, go ahead. That's a whole nother.
I'm not gonna hold you. Like, black women in Atlanta really can't fucking drive, including me.
Black women, white women. If you got a goddamn,
it's really black women. Yeah, I'm dead ass.
Especially the ones.
And I can say that because I'm a black woman.
Especially the ones with the Nissan Altimas.
Oh my god.
Y'all niggas is hell, bro. The Toyota Camrys.
No,
you niggas is hell. Y'all is hell.
It's typecasted
because y'all be speeding and never mind. Man.
It's a stereotype for sure. But anyways, wait, you were saying something, or was I saying something?
You was talking.
Oh yeah, I was saying I don't like the term "don't judge" or "thou shalt not judge." Is that in the Bible?
I don't know if it's in the Bible.
Is it a commandment?
It might have been. I don't know.
I ain't a Christian.
I just.
But
said, "Child, I'm not a Christian."
I genuinely think that's not how the word should be, because it's hard not to judge. Even when the gurus say it in some of the books that I read. Which one is it? I think it's the seven laws of spirituality. The seven spiritual laws of success.
Okay.
That's what it is.
Okay.
One of those laws is it's part of pure potentiality, I think, the law of pure potentiality. And I think in that chapter, it talks about how you shouldn't judge, not even yourself. Now, I get the concept, but I think it's more so saying not to criticize. Not constructive criticism, but criticism.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I mean? Because I feel like judging, you can't help to do that. And two, you need to judge in order for safety. Because even when you're driving, speaking of, bad drivers, when you see that Nissan Altima pull up, baby, don't look down at your phone. Pay attention. Because 9 times out of 10, she's looking down at her phone.
10 times out of fucking
putting her lip gloss on and make sure the baby okay.
And doing her eyelashes.
You know what I'm saying?
God,
so it's
damn.
you have to judge the moment, and you have to use your past experiences to judge a moment. Yeah. So I kind of feel like judge is not the right word. I think it's criticized. Even though I'm still going to criticize these badass motherfucking drivers, including myself. I think I'm a little bit better.
I don't know. I ain't never rode with you. Don't even.
Okay, listen.
I like driving.
I've gotten better. With my old car, it was done up from it was bent up, knickknacks all through that hole.
I don't even like being a passenger in the car.
But that was when I was young, dumb, full of cunt. You know, the whole shit.
Okay.
No, but for real. I think judgment is. I mean, I don't think that's the right word. I don't think that's the right word.
No.
I think you should judge. And I think criticism is where you need to draw the line. You can judge something, and then.
Great point.
Here's the thing: you can judge something and still be open-minded.
Right.
Because there was one time I was working at the bar, and I was talking to these guys, and basically as we kept talking, it was kind of slow. We were engaging in conversation. Mm-hmm. The guy was like, "Wow, I hate to say it, but I kind of judged you off rip." But he didn't. He judged to assess the situation, to assess who he might be speaking to and how he can speak. You know what I'm saying?
So I see what you mean by why judging is good, but criticizing is the bad part.
That's where you have to draw that line.
Because when you're judging to understand how do I approach the situation.
Right. Read the room. That's judging the room.
Judging the room. So when you're trying to turn up and you walk in a room, everybody dead quiet, but you come in there loud as fuck. Nigga, read the room. Shh. So, you know what I'm saying? Like,
depending on what it is. What kind of loud?
Yeah, huh? Yeah, I mean, I'm just the kind of loud, like, as in, like, you come in there, like...
Disturbing
yes. You can't do that shit.
So that's why I feel like judgment isn't the word. It's criticism.
That's some wise words from Nick Tracy, y'all. Wise words from Nick Tracy. Hey, she called me, past. She over here preaching now.
I'm more like the cool counselor. You're more like the preacher, the pastor, and I'm more like, you know, the counselor that comes in jeans.
Yeah, you coming in,
and you come in like attire, like priest, preacher.
I'm not wearing no
pastor attire.
No. Hell no.
And I come in, I'm like the cool camp counselor.
Why can't I be the cool pastor?
Christian.
Why can't I be the cool pastor?
Because you're so PC. You're so.
God, you get on my
come on, kids,
nerves.
We gotta get it together.
Shut up.
And I'm like, hey, look, if you drop the wine, you drop the wine. If you smoke a low weed, you smoke a low weed.
I don't like it.
And you're like, all right, guys, we got to do better. You know, you don't want your mama to see this.
What voice? Oh, you are horrible.
That's what I hear when I think of Preacher Will.
I don't.
Let me be your mirror.
What kind of mirror you using?
It's a fun house.
Yes. Goddamn.
Very good.
All right. Yeah, the last one I got, it's not even a bar. It's what his mom said at the end, because you touched on that earlier. I'm just gonna read the whole thing real quick. It's not gonna take me long, but it's a beautiful message from his mother.
Is this where I cue the violence?
Yes, this definitely is. Because
no, it was sweet. It was sweet.
She said, "Hey." No, he said, "Hey, we got a lot more to do." She says, "Yeah, we ain't done yet, ain't nearly done, but I love you and I thank you for your endurance. I do, and you are like my hero. Just don't ever give up. I don't give a fuck what life serves you. Don't you ever give up. It ain't over till you say it's over. I ain't trying to make this a sad story, but I'm just saying y'all do my heart very, very well. Every time I think about y'all, and if you was not to do anything else ever in life, you have made me so proud. I couldn't imagine being more proud of you. I don't think there's anything that you can do where I'm like, oh my God, because you've already done it to me. You beat the odds." So I say that shit right there.
Not you.
No, hey, real shit though. Hearing that sometimes, like, especially as young men, black men, me and my brother, we hear that from my mom often. She tells us how proud she is of us, how proud she is that she's raised two young men to be who they are today, to not have had any trouble with the law, to not have done anything stupid, to not be out here doing stupid shit, and to the point where she doesn't have to worry as much. She still worries because as a mom, you're still going to worry, and in today's world, you have to still worry.
Yeah.
But she's still proud of us because we're making progress. We're not receding. We're going forward. And that's what she's proud of. And K Camp's mom hits home with me on everything that she says because it's real. You beat the odds. As a black man in America, you have, let's see, how many strikes? You're black. You're a black man. And then the fact
you're in America.
You're in America. But then you could go further. He has the hair that he has on his head. I mean, everything. Like, people don't take that shit serious until we take it serious. And the fact that his mom just like says that stuff, like, it really meant a lot to me, even listening to it, because it's real out here.
So, yeah, I agree with you. I think everything his mom said was beautiful. Shout out to her. Shout out to K Camp. My thing is, as an immigrant parent, sometimes we don't, I mean, as an immigrant's child, sometimes we don't get that. Only because a lot of the times in our cultures or different cultures outside of America, I mean, there's cultures in America too. Well, families in America too, should I say. But a lot of, immigrant children, we don't get the obvious words of affirmation.
Right.
We'll get a lot of the action of affirmation.
Right.
So my parents never really said, I love you. I remember the first time my dad said, I love you to me. No. That's how wild. The first time I remember it, I was in high school. But I'm saying, like, I would never expect my mom to even go there with me.
Right.
Because that's not how she expresses love.
Right.
It's more so action. My mom is kind, though. It's not like she's some grumpy. She's an extrovert. She's a people person.
That's not to say that she wasn't a nurturer.
Yeah, for sure. We've definitely had our tiffs growing up, but I mean, mom, daughter relationship.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, even now, like, me and my mom are pretty cool, but I wouldn't expect to hear those words of affirmation.
Right.
So I think it's, I don't know if he knows it, but even furthermore for you or him or any of the likes, like, when your parents give you those words of affirmation, like, you got to understand, even children who are cool with their parents sometimes still don't get that.
Right. No, you're right.
It's not the extreme. I'm not living no extreme where my mom was there.
No, like, you're not saying that. Yeah.
It's like, we're still cool as fuck.
Yeah.
But she doesn't express her love like that. So to hear that, I get almost a little jealous sometimes, because it's like, I would love
to hear that.
Yeah.
To hear it or have heard it. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's different because it's a different culture. Like, not to say in my culture that doesn't happen, but I know my mother is very old school, and the way she was brought up wasn't with words of affirmation.
Right.
I mean, it couldn't have been, So, but it was a different way. It was in action. It was in action. All the love was shown through action.
All right, I got you.
So yeah, just a little jealous. Not in a I hate you way.
No.
Wow, I admire it so much. I want it for me.
Yeah.
That's that type of jealous.
Well, I'm proud of you. I am.
Thank you.
Very much.
Thank you. I be trying to do my little 1 2 1 2.
You are awesome.
That's probably why my mom don't tell me, because I be playing around too fucking much.
But yeah, that's all I got for y'all today, man. That song really was a dope ass song, K Count. Shout out to you, man.
No, 86?
I don't have 86.
Let's try one. What about 86 one? Jealousy or criticism? Would you rather receive jealousy or would you rather receive criticism?
I'll take the criticism. So 86 jealousy. I'll take the criticism. Fuck it. I don't have to care what you think as far as your criticism. You can say whatever you want to say.
Jealousy can lead to
what? That's why I said 86 jealousy.
Oh, okay.
I'll take criticism. You can criticize me as much as you want. At least I know what you think.
Yeah, but you do know that criticism, what's interesting about criticism? As much as we don't care, it's always that one comment.
I mean, there is
that seeps through. It's like a little sperm that goes through everybody.
And that happens. And that's okay. I'm fine with that. I'm really okay with that. But I'd rather that, because jealousy leads to a lot of other things. Death, killing people. Like, no, I'd rather you criticize. And if I blow up, I blow up. That's fine. But I'm not gonna kill nobody. They're not gonna kill me.
Yeah.
But jealousy leads to a lot more detrimental things happening.
Yeah.
So I'm taking criticism. Fuck jealousy. 86.
Okay. I think I'll take.
Which one are you taking?
I think I'll take criticism. No, I think I don't know. I always think about when I think about the worst jealousy. Do you know what I think about? When I think about the worst jealousy, I think about Selena's. I have her shirt on.
Hey, shout out Selena, R.I.P. But yes, you're absolutely right. It was her. It was who was it that?
It was like a really close friend, but it was her
friend, but assistant at the time, right, or something like that.
It was the manager of a fan club.
Oh yeah, that's right. You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? That jealousy.
So that's why I think I'm gonna have to go to criticism too, because I would normally pick jealousy, because jealousy, you know what it is? It's admiration.
It's secret admiration, but secret admiration can lead to folks being like, "Yo, I don't think
it's secret though. I think it's obvious admiration.
Or obvious admiration, but it's just like there is just a weird and bad form of admiration.
But is there healthy jealousy?
No. Because any type of, I'm telling you right now, I personally feel like any type of jealousy can lead to something bad.
I think there's healthy jealousy.
I mean, there's or the healthy jealousy that you just talked about. That's healthy jealousy. When you say it's not that you're hating on it, it's that you just wish you would have had it, but you're still happy, you're still comfortable where you're at.
But it's healthy because it allows me to be aware of me and my feelings and what I should do moving forward to achieve what I see that I want.
Right.
Am I going to have that conversation with my mama right now? Absolutely not. I'm not comfortable yet.
Right.
But now I know that, that might be a conversation I need to have. Like, Mom, I would love to hear, like, how you feel. Like, are you proud of me? Do you think that I've been doing well? Like, how do you feel about my journey so far? Like, I know I didn't turn out exactly maybe how you would have pictured. And I know I didn't go through the steps and the routes that maybe you would have pictured, but how you feel.
Right.
I'm not comfortable to do that right now. I'm just not in that space. But yeah. So I think there's healthy jealousy.
There's healthy jealousy. There is, but not Selena's.
Obviously. You just killed a whole human being, bro.
There's not a lot of folks situations. Like
you killed a whole legend, bro. And now you'll always be that. Should we give her grace?
Who?
The killer.
Fuck no. Fuck her.
But she had insecurities inside.
Fuck her.
Okay, that's a different topic for another episode. But we're gonna get into it.
That's fine.
So the killer shouldn't get grace.
No, she killed her.
This was a long time ago.
Death penalty.
So, if you made a huge mistake, should you not get grace?
My huge mistake is not gonna be killed. I'm not killing anybody.
Okay, but I've heard that God looks at sin as sin. He doesn't look at one bigger than the other.
I understand.
So you lying to your mama is the same weight as Selena's killer killing.
That's fine.
Selena.
That's fine. But me lying to my mom is
so what if God never gave you grace again?
Me lying to my mom is not taking away somebody's life.
You never know.
Yeah, I know.
That could stop somebody from having sex. You never know, bro. We're all connected. It can stop somebody from having sex and conceiving a child. You might have told your mama, nah, don't go over there, because this, that, and the third. You never know if she would have went over there. She would have told somebody, yeah, go talk to him. Da, 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 da. They would have had sex. They could have conceived the whole child.
And if they conceived the whole child, they would have brought that up. That had nothing to do with me.
I'm reaching hella hard.
Freaky dicky ass people.
I'm reaching so hard. All right, that's another topic for another day. We'll get into it with a different song. But thank you guys so much for. Oh, we gotta tip the bar. Oh shit, I forgot.
My tip is accept your flaws. It's okay to have flaws. You don't have to.
It's okay to be Hendrix.
Right. It's okay to be Hendrix. Now, for those that wasn't paying attention earlier, Hendrix is a type of.
Don't explain, because baby,
go watch.
We don't do not paying.
We ain't
attention.
backtracking. But look, it's okay to have flaws. Nothing wrong with having flaws. It's okay. Everybody know. Like I said, I don't think anybody's perfect. Accept your flaws and keep moving and being great.
I'm gonna piggyback off of that for my tip. To tip the bar, with accepting your flaws, understand that a lot of times you'll make mistakes because of flaws.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing about those mistakes. It's something I just had a light bulb about the other day.
Uh-huh.
Those mistakes are meant to be done at that time.
Right.
making mistakes right now, flaws and all, means that you don't, hopefully, it means that you don't have to do it in the future.
Yeah.
Could you imagine something that you made a mistake on prior to, for instance, could you imagine like with a bar, like making a mistake on maybe when I forgot the camera or this and that, or whatever mistake happened, right? And we had a guest. Thank God we did that mistake then. So now we know moving forward, yo, now I have a whole checklist. I make sure I never forget anything I packed the night before all the time.
Right.
You know, so your mistakes are meant to be made when they're made, because what you are trying to avoid now is making that mistake in the future.
Right. Absolutely. Facts.
Alrighty. Got a little preacher on there, but like I said, I'm the cool counselor with the jeans on.
I roll.
He wears slacks.
I roll.
Preacher. That's Preacher Will with the slacks.
I fucking roll.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, stopping by the bar this week. As always, you can follow us on. I didn't say it.
You didn't. I'm about to say that. I'll let you go. I'll let you flow.
As always, you can follow us on our social media platforms. That's YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok at Bar to Bar Podcast. You can follow me on Instagram, and when I change my name, finally on TikTok as well. That's at Nick Tracy, NIC.TRACY.
You can follow me on Instagram at KAP_ransom.
Yes, sir. All right. Thank you guys so much for stopping by the bar.
God bless.
I have a little bit left of my shot. We didn't really drink this episode.
We were talking, but I ain't got nothing left, so fuck
it. Cheers to myself, nigga. The fuck. All right. We'll see you next week. We'll see you next week. Bye, y'all.
Peace. I wasn't expecting nothing to be in there. There was something in there. Oh my God, that shit caught me off.
Pause.
Oh, pause. Big pause. Oh my God.